Okay, I have a problem to telecast my live video. When I check, then I noticed an emoji suddenly came. So I have to set again. Telecast my live video. When I check, then I noticed an emoji suddenly came. So I have to set again. My live video. When I check, let me set again. Okay, thank you, dear Kabir Hussain. So, can I start, Kabir Hussain? Please, as I only have to set all things. There is none to help me. So, please let me sure whether everything is okay or not. So, dear students, today I am going to start a new lesson, exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence. You know,
সম্মানিত দর্শক মণ্ডলী, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
is okay or not? Okay. So, first tell me, my dear student, what is exclamatory sentence? Do you know? Okay, no problem. Exclamatory sentence express strong emotion. When a sentence expresses excitement, wonder, joy or sorrow, we can say it exclamatory sentence. অর্থাৎ exclamatory sentence এটা আমাদেরকে খুব যখন আমরা খুব আবেগপ্রবণ বা কোনো আনন্দ বা হতাশা বা দুঃখ এইরকম কিছু প্রকাশ করে, তখন আমরা সেটাকে বলবো exclamatory sentence. Okay, so dear student, why we learn exclamatory sentence? In your class you have a narration. When you change direct to indirect, you need to know what is exclamatory sentence. Transformation of sentence, my today's topic. You know, you have punctuation and you need to use note of exclamation. So first you need to identify what is exclamatory sentence. And also in article, you know, we use a or an after what in exclamatory sentence. So in so many places we need to know exclamatory sentence, but really the real things we need to use it in our real life situation. আমাদের বাস্তব জীবনে সেটাকে ব্যবহার করতে হয়. Sometimes we be proud to have many things. Sometimes we feel charmed to see the natural beauty of Bangladesh, or sometimes we feel upset. Then we need to express ourselves by using exclamatory sentence. So dear student, let me see Kabir Khan Biplab. Okay. So please share my video to watch other student so that they can watch my class. So exclamatory sentence. My today's topic is how we can change assertive to exclamatory. I have already discussed about assertive sentence. You know, assertive sentence starts with subject and verb, and at the end we find a full stop. Now you see, I'm very happy. I'm very happy now. Here I is a subject, am is a verb, so the sentence starts with subject and verb, and at the end we find a full stop, so it's an assertive sentence. But exclamatory sentence usually starts with what or how. Just when an exclamatory sentence starts with how, it follows an adjective. So happy, how happy I'm now. At the end we find an exclamation, note of exclamation. আশ্চর্যবোধক চিহ্ন আমরা সর্বশেষে দেখতে পাবো. So here there is difference between assertive sentence and exclamatory sentence. একটা assertive sentence শুরু হলো সাবজেক্ট এবং ভার্ব দ্বারা এবং শেষে ফুল স্টপ, কিন্তু একটা exclamatory sentence শুরু হচ্ছে হাউ এবং এটা কি করছে, এটার পর একটা অ্যাডজেক্টিভ আসছে. So today we will learn how an assertive sentence starts and how can we identify an assertive sentence, or how we can change any assertive to exclamatory. আমরা কিভাবে একটা exclamatory sentence চিনব, কিভাবে আমরা assertive থেকে exclamatory পরিবর্তন করব, আমি আজকে সেই বিষয়ে আলোচনা করব. ওকে, so first I want to discuss how an assertive sentence may start. So an exclamatory sentence may start with what. Just what a fool I am. And at the end we find an exclamation mark, note of exclamation. You have already watched that. First I don't start my class easily with using my smartphone, so I can say what a fool I am. So the sentence starts with what, and I would like to mention you that in exclamatory sentence what follows a noun, অর্থাৎ what এর পরে একটা নাউন থাকে, কিন্তু how এর পরে একটা adjective থাকে. Just like this, how beautiful the scenery is. So here how follows an adjective. So what do you understand? Exclamatory sentence শুরু হয় what দ্বারা, আর যখন what দ্বারা শুরু হবে তখন তারপরে একটা নাউন থাকে. That means what follows a noun. যখন how দ্বারা শুরু হবে তখন তারপরে একটা adjective থাকে. That means how follows an adjective. And exclamatory sentence may start with another thing. Just note of you know the interjection word, just like this, hurrah, hurrah, I have started my class. আমার একটা আনন্দের বিষয় যে আমি আজকে তোমাদের সাথে একটা ক্লাস শুরু করেছি. সে হুররা, কি মজা, আই হ্যাভ স্টার্টেড মাই class. And it's expression of joy. আমরা যখন আনন্দিত হই তখন আমরা হুররা ইউজ করতে পারি, বাট when the expression of sorrow, when we express any sorrowful things, then we can say alas. Alas, I am undone. হাই, আমার অবস্থা শেষ। যেমন দেখো গরমে আমার কেমন অবস্থা হয়েছে, সো আই ক্যান alas, I am undone. So my dear student, you see an exclamatory sentence may start with what follows an adjective. Hence I would like to write here so that you can clearly understand that how an assertive sentence may start. So an exclamatory sentence may start if, just if I could be great teacher. Note of exclamation. If I could be a great teacher. যদি আমি বাংলাদেশে তোমরা দেখো অনেক ভালো ভালো শিক্ষকরা ক্লাস নিচ্ছে, যদি আমি তাদের মতো হতে পারতাম, জাস্ট আমি কি করলাম, আমার ইন্টেনশন, যখন উই এক্সপ্রেস আওয়ার ইন্টেনশন, উই ক্যান সে দ্য সেন্টেন্স ইজ এক্সক্লামেটরি অ্যান্ড অ্যাট দ্য এন্ড উই ফাইন্ড নোট অফ এক্সক্লামেশন. দ্য সেন্টেন্স মে স্টার্ট উইথ ওয়ার আই আ রিচ ম্যান. যদি আমি ধনী হতাম, ওয়ার আই আ রিচ ম্যান. So here the sentence starts with where and at the end we find note of exclamation mark. So these are also exclamatory sentence. I would like to mention another sentence. Had I the wings of bird. Wings of bird. যদি আমার পাখির ডানা থাকতো, সো ইটস অলসো অ্যান ইন্টেনশন. এটাও আমাদের একটা ইচ্ছা। যখন আমরা এরকম কোনো ইচ্ছা প্রকাশ করব, দেন উই ক্যান সে দ্য সেন্টেন্স ইজ এক্সক্লামেটরি সেন্টেন্স. বাট ইউ নিড টু আইডেন্টিফাই দ্য সেন্টেন্স থ্রু by seeing the structure. So first I mentioned that the exclamatory sentence may start with how or what. Some exclamatory sentence may start with some exclamatory words, hurrah, alas, and also the exclamatory sentence may start with if, where, had, would, that, something like that. Okay, so এতক্ষণ আমি তোমাদেরকে কিভাবে আমরা একটা এক্সক্লেমেটরি সেন্টেন্স চিনবো, জানবো, সেটাই শিখালাম. এখন আমরা জানবো কিভাবে আমরা অ্যাসার্টিভ সেন্টেন্সকে এক্সক্লেমেটরি সেন্টেন্সে রূপান্তর করতে পারি. ওকে, okay. Okay, thank you, Atikur Rahman sir. Thanks a lot to share me. So now, very fast, very beginning, I want to inform you that before changing assertive to exclamatory, we need to know what types of sentence we should change. Just like if we find assertive sentence, মানে প্রথমে তোমরা এই বিষয়গুলো একটু মাথায় রাখবে, তারপর আমরা স্ট্রাকচার অনুসারে সেগুলো পরিবর্তন করব. যদি আমরা অ্যাসার্টিভ সেন্টেন্সে ভেরি অথবা গ্রেট এই জাতীয় কিছু পাই, তাহলে আমরা সেখানে হাউ বা হোয়াট ইউজ করব. আরেকটু সহজ করে যদি বলি, আমরা যদি এ অর এন plus adjective পাই, then we use what plus a or n. আর যদি শুধু adjective পাই without a or n we use how. আমরা subject plus wish plus subject যদি পাই তাহলে আমরা if or had where would that something like that we can use we can follow this type of word. And also when we find some exclamation word hurrah, then we can use it is a matter of joy that, alas it is a matter of sorrow that, something like that. So my dear student, follow this. When you find in assertive sentence very or great, you can use exclamatory sentence at the very beginning, how or what. When you find only a or n plus adjective, sometimes you don't find very or great, we only find article plus adjective, a or n plus adjective, then we can use what plus a or n. And sometimes we find only adjective, we don't find a or n, then we can use the exclamatory sentence at the first how. And sometimes we find in a certain subject plus wish plus subject, then we can use if, had, where, would that, something like that. So okay, I would like to okay. So now I want to give you some example. My dear student, when you find subject plus verb plus or very, the food was very hot. So here we find very, but there is no article a or n. So first we can change the sentence. At the first we need to use how, then follows the adjective how hot, then you know the subject and the verb should be set at the end of an exclamatory sentence. অর্থাৎ exclamatory sentence এর সাবজেক্ট এবং ভার্বটা হবে শেষে, কিন্তু অ্যাসার্টিভ সেন্টেন্সের সাবজেক্ট এবং ভার্ব হবে শুরুতে। এই বেসিক থিংটা আমাদের মাথায় রাখতে হবে। অ্যাসার্টিভ সেন্টেন্স শুরু হয় সাবজেক্ট প্লাস ভার্ব দ্বারা, শেষে ফুল স্টপ থাকে, কিন্তু এক্সক্লেমেটরি সেন্টেন্সের শেষে সাবজেক্ট এবং ভার্ব থাকে, এক্সটেনশন থাকতে পারে শেষে, বাট এক্সক্লেমেটরি সেন্টেন্স শুরু হবে হোয়াট অর হাউ দ্বারা, হোয়েন উই ফাইন্ড ভেরি অর গ্রেট। ওকে, সো হেয়ার অ্যানাদার সেন্টেন্স, a successful man is very happy, is very happy. So it is an assertive sentence as the sentence starts with successful man. Successful man. So here you find very, so we can start the sentence with how, then adjective how happy, then you can use the subject a successful man, and at the end you must use note of exclamation. So it's the first rules, that when you find very or great without a or n, you can start the exclamatory sentence with how and adjective, then subject and verb. Okay, so now then let's go to another example. just like reading book is a very good habit, a very good habit. So reading book হচ্ছে একটা সাবজেক্ট, ইজ হচ্ছে verb, and we find here very but before a article. So the sentence will be started what plus a or n. So we use what instead of very, so we don't write very in exclamatory sentence. So is it a or n? It depends on adjective. অর্থাৎ এখানে গুড এর উপর ডিপেন্ড করে এখানে a হবে নাকি n হবে. The sound is consonant sound, so we can use a. What a good habit. What a good habit. So I already mentioned you that what follows a noun, what এর পর একটা noun হবে, and then subject. Reading book is, and you should don't forget to use note of exclamation mark. So I would like to write another sentence. He led a very simple life. He led a very simple life. So here you see a very, we find very or great, and also we find a or n. So the sentence will start with what a depends on the adjective. So simple start with consonant sound, so we can use a. Simple life, then subject plus verb, he led. And don't forget to use note of interrogation. So I think it's so clear to you that when we find very or great without a or n, we use how at the very beginning of the exclamatory sentence, but when we find very or great with a or n, we must start the exclamatory sentence with what plus a or n. So okay, let me see who are there. Don't forget to use thank you Rabiul Alam, Kobir Khan Biplov, Fokul Joshim, Sanjit Kumar Pal, Mahbuba Khatun, Abu Nasir, Mohammad Saleh sir. Thanks a lot to join here and watch my class. Today actually I feel sick, not so well, but I want to continue my class. So when you find the sentence starts with subject, I wish I were a bird. Here the sentence starts with subject plus wish plus subject. So when we find this, we use if instead of subject plus wish, then subject. I were a bird, and note of exclamation. So একেবারেই সহজ, যখন আমরা সাবজেক্ট প্লাস উইশ পাবো, দেন উই ক্যান ইউজ ইফ, উড, দ্যাট, হ্যাড, ওয়ার or could, something like that. But sometimes we may find I wish I had been a great teacher. Great teacher. So when you find had or were or could, then you can use had instead of if. Had I been a great teacher, and at the end note of exclamation mark. So first I use how when I found very in assertive sentence, then I use what plus a or n when I found a or n plus very or great, and then I use if or had when I find subject plus wish. So this way we can change assertive to exclamatory sentence. So last for today, last rules. When we find hurrah, when we find in assertive sentence, it is a matter of, it is a matter of joy that we have won the match. So when we find it is a matter of sorrow, joy, then we can use hurrah. Hurrah, we have won the match. And when we find it is a matter of sorrow, sorrow that when we find it is a matter of sorrow, we can use alas. I am undone. So in this way we can change any assertive to exclamatory very simply. So I want to repeat. What time is it now? Oh, sorry. Let me finish because there is no time, already 30 minutes has gone. So dear students, first I want to repeat my class from the very beginning to the at the end of my class. First, when you find very or great in assertive sentence without a or n, you can use how and adjective and subject and verb in the exclamatory sentence. When you find very or great with a or n, you can use what plus a or n plus noun plus subject plus adjective in exclamatory sentence. When you find subject plus wish plus subject, then you can use if, would that, had, could, something like that. And when you find some exclamatory words like hurrah, you can use it is a matter of joy that, alas, you can use it is a matter of sorrow that in assertive sentence. So sometimes we need to use it assertive to exclamatory and also exclamatory to assertive, just vice versa, বিপরীত ক্রমে আমরা সেটাকে করতে পারি. So thank you, bye bye, আল্লাহ হাফেজ.